From Mustang Field here at Laurel Highlands High School, the South Union Township Sports Network presents Mustang Soccer. Tonight, the 5-2 Laurel Highlands boys soccer team, that's 3-2 in conference play, taking on the number 3 team in the WPIAL, the Bethel Park Blackhawks. They're 4-1-1 overall, 4-0-1 in conference play. Doug Fink, the head coach of Bethel Park. Alex Guy, the head coach of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. South Union Township Sports Network coverage, a joint cooperative venture featuring township supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Ferdinand, and Jason Scott. Breezeline Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Some of the storylines tonight, a big game for conference positioning as Bethel Park and Laurel Highlands meet for the first time this year. Bethel Park swept the Mustangs last year, but both games were competitive. The Mustangs were blank 3-0 and also fell 3-2. Bethel Park ended up in the WPIAL semifinals a year ago, losing to Moon in overtime before losing a PIAA play-in game to Mars 2-0. This is the best chance the Mustangs have had in quite some time, looking at back into the WPIAL playoffs for the first time since 2021. And Cole Radcliffe has certainly been the story for the Mustangs, coming off a 9-goal performance at McKeesport last week. He's now scored 18 goals on the season. Should be a fun one tonight. I'll turn it over to our public address announcer, Jason Taylor, for the starting lineups in the national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mustang Field, here on the campus of Laurel Highlands Senior High School. For this evening's boys soccer match between the visiting Bethel Park Blackhawks and your Laurel Highlands Mustangs.
At McKeesport last week.
And now the starting lineups
and once the
for this
game
evening's
starts,
match.
that's what I would put like
First, for the visiting Bethel Park Blackhawks.
First half.
The Blackhawks are led by head coach Douglas Fink, assistant coaches Josh Kosinski, Mike Sturman, Josh Woodman, and Jay Suminski. In goal for the Blackhawks, a senior, number 1, Luke Rubicon. A junior midfielder, number 8, Travis DeHall. A sophomore midfielder, number 12, Julian Coombs. On defense, a junior, number 14, Aiden McClellan. A senior forward, number 21, Yusuf Benrabia. A senior defender, number 24, Jonah Sturman. A senior midfielder, number 25, Jason Corbell. A senior defender, number 26, Gavin DeClaire. At forward, a senior, number 27, Xavier Jackson. A senior defender, number 29, Cooper Kosinski. And a sophomore midfielder, number 41, Ellis Sturman. And now, the starting lineup for your Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Mustangs are led by head coach Alexander Guy and assistant coach James Guy. At forward, a sophomore. Number 1, Roman George. In goal for the Mustangs, a junior. Number 5, Dan O'Neill. A sophomore defender. Number 6, Benjamin Anto. A senior forward. Number 8, Cole Radcliffe. A sophomore midfielder. Number 16, Jackson Hearn. A senior defender. Number 22, Casey Mahoney. A senior defender. Number 23, Brody Baker. A junior defender. Number 28, Ethan Perkins. A junior midfielder. Number 38, Matt Valencia. A midfielder, sophomore. Number 42, Elliot. In the midfielder, sophomore, number 65, Jackson Baker. At this time, we would ask everybody please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Just about set to go here at Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands High School. Brian Morozak with Carl Childs behind the camera. Appreciate you joining us for a Tuesday night of high school soccer action here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Looking at the Section 2 3A standings, Bethel Park and Thomas Jefferson tied at the top of the table. Both schools 4-0-1 in conference play. The Jags 7-0-1 overall. Bethel Park 4-1-1 overall. The Blackhawks in conference games have outscored their opponents 26-2 so far this season. Trinity just a half game back at 4-1. The Mustangs a game and a half back, but currently holding down the fourth and final playoff spot in the conference. 3-2 in conference play. Laurel Highlands has outscored their opponents 20-7 in conference games so far this season. Ringgold and South Fayette, both teams at 2-3 on the outside looking in. Albert Gallatin and McKeesport still looking for their first wins of the season in conference play. They actually meet tonight at McKeesport High School. Other section games, South Fayette at Ringgold, Trinity hosting Thomas Jefferson. Laurel Highlands in the home reds, white numbers, blue shorts. They'll work left to right as we describe it here in the first half. Bethel Park in the away whites with black numbers, orange trim, orange shorts. They'll work right to left. In the center circle, Elliot Bohr there for Laurel Highlands along with Matt Kolensik. They'll get this match started on the Laurel Highlands side. Again, Alex Guy in his first year as the head coach of the Mustangs. Doug Fink, the head coach of the Bethel Park Blackhawks. We're underway from Mustang Field, and a little lob down the near side to Jackson Baker. Deflected out of play will be a Mustang throw-in, and Cole Radcliffe, we mentioned at the top, has been absolutely red hot. 18 goals already in 7 games this season for Laurel Highlands, including a 9-goal performance against McKeesport this past Thursday. Radcliffe will try to keep that going here tonight. Xavier Jackson there for Bethel Park, double teamed off the ball. The Mustangs, Jackson there trying to send it the other way. Got knocked down there by Jonah Sturman. And Bethel Park will try to reset here at the midfield. 40 seconds in. Bethel Park and Laurel Highlands just underway tonight as the Blackhawks trying to create here with Ben Rabia. Ben Rabia into the box, blasts one over the left shoulder of Daniel O'Neill into the back of the net for the first goal of the match. 52 seconds in, Youssef Ben Rabia giving Bethel Park an early 1-0 lead. And boy, that didn't take long at all. Mention how tough Bethel Park has been so far this year. On the first shot of the game, Ben Rabia beats O'Neill. And Bethel Park leads Laurel Highlands 1-0. Wasn't too much O'Neill could do with that one, as Ben Rabia had quite a blast there. Coming in with not much defense on that rush on the Laurel Highlands side. Now the Mustangs will try to regroup on their own end and get a little touch there from Jackson Nairn, but Bethel Park playing it back on their defensive line to Jonah Sturman on the reset here for the Blackhawks. And goal for Bethel Park, Luke Rubicon. And Rubicon with a touch here coming outside the 18-yard box. Out over to Gavin DeClaire. You'll see good control out of this Bethel Park team, who we mentioned a season ago was in the WPIAL semifinals and lost in a PIAA play-in game, almost making the state tournament as Colensa glazed back there to O'Neill, who blasted back to center, headed by Pravis DeHall for Bethel Park, another talented junior. And Bethel Park entering this week the number 3 team in the WPIAL, according to the Triple I High School Sports Network. Julian Kuntz there. Little give and go. Julian getting it back here in the Laurel Highlands zone. Knocked down again by Matt Kolensik. Kuntz staying with it here on the far side. And just 2.5 minutes in, Bethel Park leading 1-0. Mustangs get it back there with Jackson there and trying to lay it off the far boundary as they try to send it ahead to Cole Radcliffe, who was triple team. Nothing going on there. And Julian Kuntz coming back here for Bethel Park, sending it off on the far wing. Roman George had a knockaway for a moment, but the Blackhawks stay on it there with Kerbal near side again, looking for Xavier Jackson. A little contact there in the box. Mustangs come away with it momentarily on the clear out, as DeHall knocks it back down again there for Bethel Park. Over to Kuntz here on the near side. Good ball movement to Ben Rabia. Scored the opening goal. Ben Rabia looking for the early brace. Sent it low. O'Neill able to deflect it away and send it out of play on the far side. Will be a corner kick here for Blackhawk at the 36-38 mark of the first half. Brian Morozak with Carl Childs here on the South Union Township Sports Network. An early corner here for Bethel Park. Try to go low on the chip in for Jason Corbel. The Mustangs able to poke it out, but the Bethel Park Blackhawks with control as DeClaire trying to send it back into the box. Knocked down there by Xavier Jackson and then deflected wide on the far side. That one off of Bethel Park going out, so O'Neill, we had a goal kick here for the Mustangs. Daniel blasting it back. Elliot Bohr knocks it down. Try to send it ahead to Cole Radcliffe, who's on the run. Radcliffe top of the 18. Chips it off to his right, needs a little help. Ball centered and put home, and the Mustangs have tied it at 1. On the backside for the Goal on the Laurel Highlands side there was Roman George. So Radcliffe getting the assist, George getting the goal, and the Mustangs knot things up here at the 35-35 mark of the first half. And Radcliffe, who came in with 18 goals scored on the season, assists George here. And the Mustangs have tied this match up at 1. And Radcliffe again using his speed to his advantage there to tie this match up on the Laurel Highlands side. Just 4.5 minutes in. And Yusef Benrabia getting the opening goal for Bethel Park. And then George coming back with the assist to Radcliffe. And we're knotted up at 1, less than 5 minutes in. So a lot of early electricity here at Mustang Field on a Tuesday night. Laurel Highlands trying to pull the upset against the number 3 team in the WPIAL as Jackson Baker fouled on the play. I have to say happy birthday to Jackson's mother, Julie, celebrating her birthday today. She'd love a Mustang win for her birthday gift. It'll be Jackson Nairn to put it down here for the free kick for Laurel Highlands. Coming just inside the Bethel Park zone. Nairn a little line drive and a one-hopper going back to Luke Rubicon, the Bethel Park keeper. He'll roll it out on the far side. And we'll touch off there to Pravis DeHall. Mustangs last to touch it there. Be a throw-in for Bethel Park. The Blackhawks try to set it up. Little pressure there again from Radcliffe trying to knock it away. Cleared back the other side by Cooper Kaczynski. And headed out of play by the Mustangs' Ethan Perkins. Bethel Park trying to go quickly there with Ellis Stearman. That time off of Bethel Park going out. Laurel Highlands throwing. Nairn takes it, looking there for Radcliffe. Cole a little pressure on the ball again. Bethel Park with the control. Trying to step up there to Benrabia. But taken away here on the Laurel Highlands side by Ethan Perkins. Trying to work it off to Jackson Baker. But Julian Kuntz coming back there for the Blackhawks. Touch from Benrabia. Down to Kuntz. And the Mustangs win possession back again by Brody Baker. And a clear back to center. Jonah Stearman will go cross field on the far side out of play. Quick throw in again for Laurel Highlands. Bethel on the deflection, but the Mustangs actually the last to touch it there going out. We have 32-44 left here in the first half. Bethel Park and Laurel Highlands tied at 1. And the Blackhawks trying to create there inside the Mustang zone. Laurel Highlands a little clear out again. Sturman knocks it down. Over again to Benrabia here on the near side. A little through ball too far for the breaking Xavier Jackson. Going back to Daniel O'Neill. Laurel Highlands a split last week. They lost on the road to Trinity a week ago on Tuesday, 1-0. As O'Neill coming out here, able to knock it away. Look out, Bethel Park still on it. One of the Mustang center backs. I believe that was Ethan Perkins actually helped O'Neill out on that play. Keep the ball out of the back of the nets. And we play on with Laurel Highlands getting control there with Kolensik. Working it up to Radcliffe. Trying to work his way down the far side. Kolensik on the ball right now. Kolensik on the break. Side of the box. Back to Cole. And then sent out of play by Bethel Park's Jonah Sturman. Be a corner here for Laurel Highlands. Jackson Baker will take it. We have 31-15 left here in the first half. Bethel Park and Laurel Highlands knotted up at 1. Yusef Benrabia the goal for Bethel Park, Roman George knotting things up for the Mustangs. An old swinger into the box. Mustangs unable to get a shot on goal. Xavier Jackson will look to clear back towards center. Headed out of play by Brody Baker on the Laurel Highlands side. Brody takes the throw in. Sent ahead to Elliott Bohr, down to Cole Radcliffe. Radcliffe stepping up, chipping it down again to Roman George, looking for his second, but coming out is Luke Rubicon to make the save there for Bethel Park. Played almost 10 minutes here at Mustang Field, knotted up at 1. The Mustangs and the Blackhawks. Little chip out there on the Laurel Highlands side from Casey Mahoney. Heading it back along there, Ellis Stearman for Bethel Park. And now Jackson Nairn picking it up there for the Mustangs. On the far side over to Roman George. Resetting off a deflection going to Kolensik. And Roman trying to chase that one down. Elliott Bohr knocks it down at center. Blackhawks pick it back up. Cooper Kaczynski is looking there for Jason Corbel. The Mustangs find it again as George going in Radcliffe's direction. A lot of traffic around. Contact just outside the box, and they'll call Cole actually for the push. It'll be a free kick here for Bethel Park. Rubicon will send it away. It was low on the far side off to Aiden McClelland. Played almost 12 minutes. Match knotted up at 1. Bohr back there to Benjamin Antle. Deflected out. We'll get our first change of the game. Jackson Baker will check out for Laurel Highlands. And coming in will be Lucas DeGia. So DeGia in for Jackson Baker. Almost 12 minutes in. Mentioning Laurel Highlands, just 2 losses on the season. Lost their opener against Thomas Jefferson 3-0. And that match against Trinity last Tuesday 1-0. Trinity scoring their only goal after the Mustang keeper Daniel O'Neill picked up a yellow card in the second half. And look out here, Bethel Park just deflecting it wide right in front of O'Neill. On the ball there was Xavier Jackson. Came busting in and just sent it wide of the goal. But in that Trinity match, O'Neill picked up a yellow card, had to come out for 5 minutes. And while he was out of the goal, Trinity scored the only goal of the match last Tuesday to knock off the Mustangs 1-0. O'Neill has been solid all season long for Laurel Highlands. And this new look Laurel Highlands team trying to get into the WPIAL playoffs for the first time since 2021. Antle, a good run on the far side. It was last touched by Bethel Park going out. Get another change. I think Chase Hall had checked in momentarily, but might have got dinged up on the play, and Hall actually back on the Laurel Highlands bench. Was hobbling a little bit there on that last sequence. Now Bethel Park trying to set it up again, and the blast into the back of the net on the give and go. And that's Benrabia again getting his second. So an early brace for Youssef Benrabia, and Bethel Park back on top 2-1 here at the 26:35 mark of the first half. Benrabia with 2. And great ball movement there again inside the box on the Bethel Park side. way things are going early on, might have a high-scoring game here tonight. 3 scored already in the opening 13 and a half minutes. The Mustangs knew this would be tough. In fact, the goal they scored on Bethel Park was only the 3rd conceded by the Blackhawks in conference games so far this year. They've now outscored their opponents 28-3. Looking for more here. Another little chip down towards Xavier Jackson. O'Neal able to pick it up and roll it out here on the near side. The Mustangs now down a goal. DeGia got pushed in the back by Julian Kuntz, and now they'll call the foul. And Brody Baker will take the throw in here for the Mustangs. Send it over to DeGia. Deflect down a play there by Kuntz. Now Brody Baker will reload off the head of Cole Radcliffe. And Jonas Stearman trying to play it back to center there on the Bethel Park side. Little setup from Ethan Perkins, but no one home. Over Radcliffe and back to Luke Rubicam in goal for Bethel Park. Playing almost 15 minutes as Rubicam sends it back to center. Ben Antle trying to settle it down there for Jet Yager, who had just checked in. Elliot Bohr on it, trying to come ahead. Spun off the ball, though, by Pravis DeHall. Bethel Park trying to set it up again here for Youssef Benrabia. Youssef, top of the box. Sent off to his right, play was offsides. Mustangs will get a free kick going the other way. Our match action tonight brought to you by Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes, SWGI specialist, now part of U.S. Digestive Health. Chesler's Fine Furniture at 51 north of Uniontown, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns. United Bank, the Laurel Highlands boys soccer boosters, and South Union Township supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. I'm Brian Morozak with Carl Childs behind the camera. Jason Taylor, your public address announcer tonight. We appreciate you joining us for Mustang Soccer here on the South Union Township Sports Network on a Tuesday night. Bethel Park a 2-1 lead over Laurel Highlands, and another nice little through ball into the box. Intended there again for Benrabia, now looking for the hat trick. But O'Neal able to settle it down there on the Laurel Highlands side. For almost 16 minutes. And deflected out, Aiden McClelland to take this throw in now for Bethel Park. McClelland a little lob in there, but the Mustangs with control. Ball skied in the direction of Cole Radcliffe. Headed back the other way by Gavin DeClaire. Now Jackson Aaron look to track it down, a roll back to O'Neal. And Daniel now will take it out to the top of the box. He was certainly kind of hung out in both of the Bethel Park goals early on in this match. Handball call there on Cole. So Bethel Park will have a free kick going back the other way, almost 17 minutes in. Sun setting earlier now. In fact, this entire first half played with the lights on with the 7:30 sunset. There's Julian Kuntz take the free kick there on the backside. Mustangs try to head it out in the direction of Cole Radcliffe. Played low there by Kuntz. Ball comes free here on the near side. Cole will try to track it down. It'll be Kuntz going back the other way for Bethel Park. On the settle off to Pravis DeHall. And deflected off to Lucas DeGia there on the Laurel Highlands side. Mustangs trying to get it over to Jet Yager. Taken away, and look out here. Bethel Park with a head of steam. That'll be a Mustang foul from behind. As Josh Panton, who just checked into the match, got knocked down from behind. And Bethel will get a free kick here, about 40 yards from goal. With 21:52 left here in the first half. There's the chip into the box. Ball deflects, but O'Neal with the scoop up there for the Mustangs. And Daniel tosses out in a hurry. Down to Ethan Perkins. Good ball again. On the near side to Cole Radcliffe. Cole cuts into the box. Centers out in front. Off the deflection and went behind Perkins. And allows Bethel Park to corral it in. And Julian Kuntz will play it back to center. Off the deflection to Hall looking for it. Mustangs on the knockdown. DeGia send it over to Ben Antle. And off to Jet Yager trying to work his way past Josh Pratton. Pratton the last to touch it. Yager will take the throw in. A little stoppage here. One of the Bethel Park players, they lost either a shin guard, it looks like. Try to get that rebuckled. That was Cooper Kaczynski. Now they're set with the throw-in. Go quickly into the box. And deflecting off on the far side. A clear out will go into the Bethel Park zone. .16 left here in the first half. Bethel Park leading Laurel Highlands by a score of 2-1. Mustangs take the throw-in. Deflected on the far side, but controlled by Aiden McClelland of Bethel Park. Trying to get it out as Radcliffe hopped in front of Xavier Jackson. Ball deflects out, a play off of Jackson going out. Be a Mustang throw, and I'm not sure if Laurel Highlands realized it was their ball, but it does go back to Jackson Nairn here on the reset. Over the head of Ethan Perkins. And then here at center, Bethel Park trying to break back again with Benrabia, who has two already here on the Bethel Park side. We'll get a couple of changes on each side. Trying to work getting our tablet going and step aside for a quick 30-second break here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Hello, this is Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm today for your free consultation. Remember, the insurance companies are not on your side. We will personally come out and meet with you. Call us at 724-437-2799. We have helped people like you recover millions of dollars. You will not pay anything until we win your case. We will fight for you.
Back here at Mustang Field, I have to thank our colleague Billy Dice, who had a little equipment issue, and Billy came to the rescue tonight to bail us out. So we appreciate Billy's help as always. He's behind the camera for many of these great games, along with Carl Childs here on the South Union Township Sports Network. And he has his Mustang soccer jersey with Dice on the background. Might have been his jersey back in the day here at Laurel Highlands. No, he was a football star here for the Mustangs. Not sure if he started on the pitch as well. There's a little clear out there from Julian Kuntz going cross field on the far side. Mason Cece, who control there for the Mustangs, deflected out. 22 minutes into this match. Again, Yusef Benrabia took less than a minute to get Bethel Park on the board tonight. Roman George tying the match at 1. Cole Radcliffe getting the assist on that goal, and then Benrabia getting his second. Less than 14 minutes in to give Bethel Park a 2-1 lead, and that's where we stand right now. Bethel Park will go back to work again. Looking for a little insurance over the last 18 minutes of this first half. Trying to go off to the left there to Cooper Kaczynski. Got deflected away. And played back into the Bethel Park zone. Bethel Park certainly has had more of the ball in this match. Our possession statistics so far show 66% ball control for Bethel Park, 34% on the Laurel Highlands side. As we go under 17 minutes left here in the first half. Mustangs winning a little control there from Kolensik. Back into the match, Roman George now battling Aiden McClelland. McClelland here at center. Fronted there by Elliott Bohr. Down to Pravis DeHall. Xavier Jackson on the lob. It's Lucas DeGia with the clear back towards center. Back over to Radcliffe. Getting knocked down. No foul called. Wow. Surprised the officials let that go. The officials with the black and gold on tonight. Can't miss them out on the field. And there Perkins was trying to center back in the direction of Elliott Bohr. Never got his way. And Cooper Kaczynski back on the breakout here for Bethel Park. Slide tackle from DeGia. Sending it out of play. Will remain Bethel Park ball. Kuntz to work it in. Going to come forward there to Xavier Jackson. Match getting a little chippy here with 15 minutes left in the first half. The back line, Gavin DeClaire. Now deflected around. And a tie up and a foul called here on Bethel Park. Laurel Highlands will get the free kick. They'll go quickly. Looking for Radcliffe down the far boundary. Touched last by Aiden McClelland going out. A few more changes. DeGia back out along with Ethan Perkins. And Mason Hall is back in. Check that, Chase Hall back in for the Mustangs, along with Jackson Baker. Elliott Bohr with it right now, taken away by Josh Panton. But the Mustangs win it back again. A little head of steam there. Bohr trying to, check that was Matt Kolensik trying to lay it off. Bethel Park finding the loose ball again. Jackson Nairn kind of headed back in the direction of Roman George, deflected out. Be a throw in for Bethel Park. Coming forward here to Ellis Stearman. Laurel Highlands chipping it back to center. Roll back into Luke Rubican, the Bethel Park keeper. With 13:45 left here in the first half. A lot of fireworks early on. Youssef Benrabia, a goal less than a minute in. Mustangs mashed it with Roman George. Radcliffe getting the assist, and then Benrabia getting his second. Put Bethel Park up 2-1, and the Blackhawks looking for more. Little center out in front, and the hesitation from Stearman looking there for Cooper Kaczynski, who deflected it wide on the far side. Will be a goal kick here for O'Neill and the Mustangs with a 13:10 mark of the first half. Another change or two on each side. And Rabia checked out for a moment. He's back in. Now O'Neill will take the goal kick there for the Mustangs. Headed back from Pravis DeHall quickly. On the Mustang back line there, Casey Mahoney. Back in the direction of Cole Radcliffe. Cole on a good ball down to Jackson Baker here on the near side. Baker now will pull back here on the near wing. A little help there from Hall. Hall double team, trying to keep the ball alive here on the Mustang side. Does so back to Baker. Baker, pretty spin move forward, got pulled down, and a foul called there on Bethel Park and Pravis DeHall. So the Mustangs a prime scoring opportunity. About 25 yards from goal here in the Bethel Park zone. I'll put it down officially about 28 yards out. It'll be Cole Radcliffe to take it. 18 goals already this season for Cole. Trying to make it 19 right here. with the Mustangs down 2-1. 11:43 left on a running clock here in the first half. Three-man wall set up in front for Bethel Park. Radcliffe on the run up the blast, was looking to sneak it by on the near side. Just sent it wide of Luke Rubicam. It will be a goal kick here for Bethel Park. Yeah, we mentioned coming in, Bethel Park entering this match just conceded 2 goals so far in conference play so far this season. Outscored their opponents 26-2. Gave up the one early on here to the Mustangs' Roman George. But it's been tough to beat Rubicam this season for opposing teams. And the defense in general has just been outstanding for Bethel Park, who's been in fantastic form to start the season. And this team in the WPIAL semis last year played a PIAA play-in game and just missed out on entering the final 16 of the state. Aiden McClellan trying to come forward there for the Blackhawks. And the Mustangs able to win it there with Ethan Perkins. Looking for Radcliffe, who kind of got pinballed around between Bethel Park defenders. Blackhawks chip it as Yusef Ben-Rabia tries to track it down. We'll go back to Daniel O'Neill, the Mustang keeper. As we approach the 10-minute mark, 10-14 left here in the first half. And Bethel Park a 2-1 lead over Laurel Highlands. That'll be a foul on the Mustangs. Ethan Perkins as Cooper Kaczynski went down on the Bethel Park side. A free kick here for Julian Kuntz. They go quickly, and Kuntz comes forward. Kuntz trying to work his way into the box on the near side. The center went off of Ethan Perkins and out. Be a corner kick here for Bethel Park. As the Blackhawks look for an insurance goal. 2-1 over Laurel Highlands. Cooper Kaczynski will take the corner. And Cooper with a high lob, looking for the back post, but O'Neill able to pull it down. Another great save there by Daniel O'Neill. And he'll get it down to Cole Radcliffe. Radcliffe 1-on-3 coming back. Let's see if he can work his magic again. Here's Radcliffe staying on the ball, trying to blast one. Went off the back there of Cooper Kaczynski, who'd actually taken the last corner. Now Radcliffe slipping down for the Mustangs. Ball picked up by Bethel Park. Ben-Rabia settling it back to Ellis Stearman. Then lobbed on the far side. The Mustangs, Mason Cece defending. Go back over to Matt Kolensik, who will step up on the play there for the Mustangs. On a great chip down to Radcliffe. Radcliffe back into the box. Pulls up, had it poked away, trying to regain. Does just that. Works between defenders. Radcliffe still going inside the box. He got pulled down, but no foul called. No foul called. We play on. Mustang fans are hoping for a penalty kick there with Radcliffe getting knocked down inside the 18-yard box, but we play on as we go under 8 minutes left here in the first half. We play 32 minutes of soccer with Bethel Park leading Laurel Highlands 2-1. All getting played back on each side before Jackson Baker picks it up there for the Mustangs. Stearman kind of slid in on the Bethel Park side, allowing Cooper Kaczynski to pick it up. Looking for an outlet there to Ben-Rabia. But the Mustangs slow it down there with Brody Baker. Laurel Highlands resets again on their back line. Matt Kolensik over to Chase Hall. Cece again. Down to Roman George, the Mustang goal scorer so far in this match. Not much happening down on the far side, so the Mustangs will reverse field over to Casey Mahoney with a little backside pressure, gets rid of it. Over to Brody Baker. Too far there for Ethan Perkins. Jackson Baker stepping in. Hard contact there with Julian Kuntz. No foul called. Kuntz went down on the play. Ball deflected off of Pravis DeHall and out.
Number 10.
Going to be a throw in here for Jackson Baker. Down to 6:38 left in the first half. Jackson to take it. Went off the body of Perkins. And deflected out of play off of Laurel Highlands going out. Another change here on each side. Nice to see Manny Dice in the house tonight as well. He never misses a soccer match. Got done playing his own match. Wanted to root on the Mustangs tonight. There's Elliott Bohr in traffic. Down to Jackson Baker. Elliott again. Bethel Park with a play out there again to Ben Rabia. Ben Rabia, heck of a player. Over to Xavier Jackson. Mahoney defending. Far side, Rowan Darr. Darr, a substitute, checked into the match. There's Roman George going the other way, looking for Radcliffe too far. And back to Luke Rubican, the Bethel Park keeper. 5:23 left here in the first half. Haven't had a goal in a while. Last score was Yusef Ben Rabia at the 26:35 mark. So we played over 20 minutes without a goal as Bethel Park holds down a 2-1 lead over Laurel Highlands. Out of the corner here. Little contact in the box, nothing called. We play on. That could have been a foul there on the Mustangs and a penalty kick for Bethel Park. Nothing was called. And Bethel Park on the far side there with Rowan Darr looking to center. Ben Rabia was on the doorstep. The Mustangs break it up, and Matt Kolensik finds the loose ball for Laurel Highlands. Try to go low to Elliott Bohr. Deflected away by Ellis Stearman there for Bethel Park. 4:32 left before halftime. Bethel Park with control right now. Kuntz double team trying to work out of Jackson Baker and Jackson Nairn both being in the vicinity. A little deflection to Hall trying to play it forward. Near boundary, Yusef Ben Rabia again. Between defenders, Ben Rabia looking for the hat trick. Another little poke. Great save from O'Neal, who's falling back, but managed to deflect it away out of play. Will be another corner kick, though, for Bethel Park as we go under 4 minutes left here in the first half. Bethel Park holding down a 1-goal lead over Laurel Highlands. He'll put it down in the corner. Jason Corbel will take the corner. Corbel on the high lob. Top of the box, and Cole Radcliffe will pick up the loose ball there for the Mustangs. Cole with a head of steam. Trying to lead another break for the Mustangs. Pulls back here about 40 yards from goal now. Works back down the near boundary. Cole staying with it. Cole needing a center here and just got too deep. Great effort, though, from Cole Radcliffe. Well, he's been giving it his all. We mentioned the Mustangs playing just their 8th game of the season. Already 18 goals for Cole Radcliffe. Picked up an assist tonight on the Roman George goal. Now Rubican will send it away here on the goal kick. Headed back by Xavier Jackson. The Blackhawks keep possession. Touch from Gavin DeClaire. Forward up to Pravis DeHall. On the near side, Kuntz. Poking it ahead to Ben Rabia again. Ben Rabia went down and he's hurt. Hard contact here on the near side with Brody Baker. Ben Rabia now back up. The game's been physical so far. Final 2 minutes of this first half. Elliott Bohr was looking down the far wing there. Roman George never got in his direction, and Bethel Park back on the ball. 1:43 now left in the first half as Jason Corbel works with it, trying to go wide on the far side. Ball goes out of play off of Bethel Park and out. Laurel Highlands throwing. Quickly back into Matt Kolensik. Looking again for Roman George, but off a deflection. Travis DeHall finding it again for Bethel Park. Defensive line, Gavin DeClaire. 1:12 now left here in the first half. Good little step up from Elliott Bohr to win the ball back for the Mustangs, trying to knot things up here going to the locker room. Looking again for Radcliffe. Tough to get by that back line for the Bethel Park Blackhawks. Now on the counterattack, ball lobbed in the direction of Xavier Jackson. Jackson stepping up. His shot attempt blocked down on the far side. Never got to O'Neal, but last touch by the Mustangs going out. Credit Ethan Perkins there with the defense on the Laurel Highlands side. Down to 37 seconds left before halftime. Bethel goes quickly here into Xavier Jackson. Had to pull it back to Cooper Kaczynski, and Laurel Highlands winning the ball. 25 seconds left here in the first half. Mustangs clear it back to center. In open space. Picked up by Jackson Baker. 14 seconds left in the half. Mustangs need to hurry. Jackson trying to stay with it. Got it on goal, but Rubicam will pick it up, and that'll do it for one half of soccer, where the Bethel Park Blackhawks have a 2-1 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. We're back to recap the first half scoring for you in a moment. You're watching Mustangs soccer here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
You don't fix what's broken. That's true. You don't replace what is working well. Jason Scott is doing a good job working as South Union Township Supervisor. Jason Scott utilizes his skills on a daily basis in the Township office. Whether repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is out there working for you all day, every day. Let's keep experience and integrity in the Township. Keep Jason Scott, full-time South Union Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the candidate.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown is a proud supporter of youth sports. Smith Lewis Chess was established in November of 1988 with offices in Uniontown and Indiana, PA. Their firm was established with professionals capable of providing a diversified range of services with a commitment to quality control and at the same time providing opportunities for their employees to experience interesting and rewarding careers. Contact Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown today. They are located at 670 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Phone 724-438-7088. That's 724-438-7088 for Smith Lewis Chess.
This
CPAs
is Dr. Alyssa Lorenz of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Common issues like difficulty with swallowing, frequent heartburn, recurrent abdominal pain, bowel habit problems, and rectal bleeding are often easily diagnosed and treated. Dr. Calabrese Stokes, Hoppy, and I are local gastroenterologists that are here to help. For more information, call our Uniontown office at 724-437-7677.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500. If it's time for a change in decor at your home, let the trained staff at Chesler's Fine Furniture work their magic. The August store-wide furniture clearance is going on now. There are no gimmicks involved, just great values and old-fashioned service. Chesler's offers the finest in name-brand furnishings by famous makers, plus accent pieces and wall decor that will underline your unique sense of style. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for just $4.29. 5-piece dining sets starting at $5.99. For the family room, there are reclining sofas from $7.99 and up, with matching reclining love seats and recliners. For the formal living room, there are sofas starting at $4.99. Don't forget the bedding department, as all mattress sets are reduced. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room furniture and dining room furniture, every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be discounted. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
Halftime here at Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands High School. The Bethel Park Blackhawks, a 2-1 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. 2 goals from Youssef Ben-Rabia, the first at the 39:08 mark of the first half, 52 seconds in, to give Bethel Park a 1-0 lead. Before he scored his second, Laurel Highlands able to answer. Cole Radcliffe, a great run down the field. Center pass to Roman George, who came up free in front of Luke Rubican to give Laurel Highlands the goal and tie the match up at 1. But then Ben-Rabia coming back, getting the brace, his second of the match at the 26:35 mark of the first half. And that's where we sit at halftime. Bethel Park leading Laurel Highlands 2-1. Again, Bethel Park entered the match 4-1-1 overall, 4-0-1 in conference play. Laurel Highlands 5-2 coming in, 3-2 in the conference. The Mustangs will travel to Albert Gallatin coming up on Thursday. That'll wrap up the first half of the conference season already. Bethel Park will host Ringgold coming up on Thursday as well. 2-1, Bethel Park leading Laurel Highlands here at the break. Second half match action comes your way next here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township. Best wishes for a great season from Jason Scott, who would appreciate your vote for Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the candidate.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Hello, this is Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm today for your free consultation. Remember, the insurance companies are not on your side. We will personally come out and meet with you. Call us at 724-437-2799. We have helped people like you recover millions of dollars. You will not pay anything until we win your case. We will fight for you.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown is a proud supporter of youth sports. Smith Lewis Chess was established in November of 1988 with offices in Uniontown and Indiana, PA. Their firm was established with professionals capable of providing a diversified range of services with a commitment to quality control and at the same time providing opportunities for their employees to experience interesting and rewarding careers. Contact Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown today. They are located at 670 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Phone 724-438-7088. That's 724-438-7088 for Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown.
This is Dr. Alyssa Lorenz of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Common issues like difficulty with swallowing, frequent heartburn, recurrent abdominal pain, bowel habit problems, and rectal bleeding are often easily diagnosed and treated. Dr. Calabrese Stokes, Hoppy, and I are local gastroenterologists that are here to help. For more information, call our Uniontown office at 724-437-7677.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500. If it's time for a change in decor at your home, let the trained staff at Chesler's Fine Furniture work their magic. The August store-wide furniture clearance is going on now. There are no gimmicks involved, just great values and old-fashioned service. Chesler's offers the finest in name-brand furnishings by famous makers, plus accent pieces and wall decor that will underline your unique sense of style. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for just $4.29, 5-piece dining sets starting at $5.99. For the family room, there are reclining sofas from $7.99 and up, with matching reclining love seats and recliners. For the formal living room, there are sofas starting at $4.99. Don't forget the bedding department, as all mattress sets are reduced. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room furniture and dining room furniture, every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be discounted. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
Just about ready to start the second half. The Bethel Park Blackhawks a 2-1 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Brian Morozak along with Carl Childs. Going to have to thank Billy Dice for helping us out tonight as well. Coming over here with his son Manny. We had a cord go bad and Billy came to the rescue. Jason Taylor behind your public address mic tonight. As Laurel Highlands have to rally back here in the second half, down a goal. 2-1 to the Bethel Park Blackhawks. Get our match coverage brought to you by Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown. Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and insurance agent David Hughes. SWGI specialist, now part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns. United Bank, South Union Township supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Fernan, and Jason Scott. And Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51, north of Uniontown. Switch sides here for the second half. Bethel Park will work left to right as we describe it. And they'll have Xavier Jackson in the center circle to get this second half underway. You go back to the first half. It took Bethel Park just 52 seconds to score the opening goal of the match. Yep. Xavier Jackson got a little poke there that got knocked down. Aiden McClellan will take the throw-in. Contact there with Benjamin Antle. Antle able to help win the ball back there for the Mustangs. Elliott Bohr trying to go crossfield on the far side. Went off the official. They rolled a dead ball. Will stay with Laurel Highlands. They'll get a free kick here. Edge of their own zone. And hard to miss the officials here tonight with the black and gold. Usually don't see them dressed so colorful out there as they are tonight. And Ben Antle working in there. It's a Roman George. Back to Ansel, headed out by Jonah Stearman. Now Jackson Nairn battling there for the Mustangs. A touch off to Matt Kolensik on the far side. Lucas DeGia also getting the second half start for the Mustangs. Elliott Bohr looking for it, but it's Ellis Stearman coming away with it for Bethel Park. Stearman was fronted there by George, pulling it back to Gavin DeClaire. Bethel Park showing great possession here to start the second half, and they'll get a little chip into the box here on the near side. Aiden McClellan looking for, trying to dig it out with Ben Antle defending. And Laurel Highlands able to get the clear here on the near side. And working and trying to work it down there to Radcliffe. One off of Bethel going out. Roman George quickly reloads into Elliott Bohr. Bohr, a pretty good battle with Ellis Stearman. Stearman wins the ball. Look out here down to Xavier Jackson. Jackson breaking. Trying to work off to his left. Able to keep it alive, and the blast off the far post there from Stearman. Stearman oh so close, trying to bend it in on O'Neill. Bethel took the quick throw in. DeGia found it. He got knocked down. Jason Corbel trying to play it forward, but DeGia back up and able to clear it back to center again, where Gavin DeClaire again knocks it down. 3 minutes into the second half. Bethel a 2-1 lead over Laurel Highlands off of 2 goals from Youssef Ben-Arabia. Bethel certainly has had more of the ball in this match than the Mustangs had. Stearman again pulling it back and playing catch there with Gavin DeClaire. Goes low and down to Jason Corbel. Trying to break into the box there. It's a Ben-Arabia again looking for the hat trick, but it rolls off to O'Neill. And we'll scoop it up there on the Laurel Highlands side. Daniel again blasts back towards center. Radcliffe picks it up, then gets pulled down by Thomas Offerman. And the Mustangs will get a free kick here, edge of the Bethel Park zone. Jackson Nairn will take it. Jackson will line drive into the box. Deflects out on the far side. Should be a corner here for the Mustangs. It will be. DeGia will take the corner kick. Also, at least the first home match, and thanks to Jason Taylor for pointing it out that Ben Antle playing without the cast that he was playing with to start the season. Ball comes back over here on the near side to Jackson Nairn. Nairn on a little crosser out in front. Elliott Bohr on the doorstep, never got the ball. And another shot thrown just over the goal there from Roman George, looking for his second of the match. That's the best buzz we've got out of the Mustangs here in the opening 5 minutes plus of the second half. 2-1, Bethel Park continues to lead. You can sense Laurel Highlands playing very high-tempo game today. And they've certainly progressed up. If you look at the Mustang teams over the last couple of years, hadn't quite got to the level of the Bethel Parks, the Trinities in the conference. They certainly got there this year. They've shown they can hang. Now it's take the next step and get some of the wins against these top-tier programs. They do have victories over South Fayette and Ringgold so far in conference play this year. Of course, did knock off Thomas Jefferson a season ago as well, in a game that was actually lightning delayed in the overtime session, and they got made up down at Thomas Jefferson. Probably the biggest win Laurel Highlands had a season ago. That ball actually went over the fence and down the hill towards the baseball field, so they had to retrieve another ball. Will be a Laurel Highlands throw-in. Try to get this one into the box. Towards Jackson Nairn. Bohr was off to his right. They really couldn't get a shot on goal as Luke Rubicam able to make the save and then roll it back out here on the near side to Aiden McClelland. McClelland going ahead. That's Ellis Stearman with it right now. To give and go with McClelland again. Broken up and sent out of play by Roman George. George able to pick it back up here off the shoulder of Nairn and out. Throw in taken by McClelland going the other way. Elliot Bohr able to spin it away there from Jason Corbel. The Gia back on it there for the Mustangs. Settles it off to Roman George on the near side, and he'll clear it over the back line and outs. Get a goal kick here for Bethel. With 32-21 left here in the second half. Bethel Park a 2-1 lead over Laurel Highlands. Rubicam with a clear out. Mahoney there for the Mustangs. Just takes the safe route and sends it out. Allowing Laurel Highlands to get a couple of reinforcements back on the play. Ben Rabia has the two Bethel goals. Taking the throw in. Sending it off to Xavier Jackson. And Jackson just blasting it wide. Good scoring opportunity there for Jackson and the Bethel Park Blackhawks. O'Neal to take this goal kick for Laurel Highlands. Daniel, a nice little boot back to center. Julian Kuntz going the other way. Contact there in front of the Bethel bench. That was Ben Rabia that went down. I think we're going to get a card shown here. It is yellow in variety. Check the Mustang going off. I believe that's Brody Baker, 23. So Brody Baker going off here at the 31-16 mark of the second half. And despite how chippy this game has been, that's the first card we've seen of either variety so far in this match. And Bethel will get a free kick here from Julian Kuntz from in front of their bench from 39 yards out. A little warning given here as well to the Laurel Highlands bench. And Coach Guy a little upset as well. And another yellow, now a red shown. A red shown. Who did this red go towards? An ejection. Did it go on the Bethel side? It did. Man, it's Doug Fink showing the red card there on the Bethel bench. And he is out. Wow. And you can kind of sense, and obviously we're a long way away from the bench area, that things were getting a little bit heated. And maybe Coach Fink was saying that Baker deserved a red and not a yellow, and he didn't lay off the official. And the red shown on the Bethel side. And that should not affect the play at all with it being a bench red card. We'll stay 11 on 11. But the backpack on, and he'll have to probably go and watch our broadcast on the bus. Remember years ago here when Jerry Rogers Jr., the then Mustang assistant, got ejected from a match. He took the flags out of the corners where the corner kick went and then put the flag back. But it was still entertaining when it happened. And now we're back underway, and that one going right on O'Neal from the free kick. We believe that's Coach Fink that was ejected. And obviously, we're not that familiar with the Bethel Park coaching staff. And Jason Taylor confirming that he believes that was Coach Fink as well. That was tossed. This match still a 2-1, and Bethel with a little steal here. Xavier Jackson with a blast, and it through the football uprights. That won't count here on a Tuesday night. Just another goal kick here for the Mustangs. With 30:27 left in regulation. Bethel Park leading Laurel Highlands 2-1. O'Neal again blasting back towards center. Went off the body of Radcliffe. Nairn trying to help it along there to Roman George, who went down on the play. Aiden McClellan taking the throw, and that's going to be Nairn picking up the foul. That'll probably be a yellow, too. There's a yellow card there for Jackson Nairn. He deserved it. Did initiate the contact there. It was rather hard in variety. And the second Mustang yellow in less than 2 minutes. I see who came on here for Nairn. And a free kick going the other way for Bethel Park. Clock stop with 29:55. Left here in regulation. A few more changes. DeGia out on the Laurel Highlands side. Jet Yager back in. Roman George will take a seat as well. Might be Jackson Baker re-entering on the Laurel Highlands side. We'll double check that. It is. 65 back in. And free kick going out here for Bethel Park. Be a Mustang throw-in. With 29:43 left here in regulation. Yager having it taken away there by Travis DeHall. Laurel Highlands getting it back as Cole goes low. Sent the other way by Jonah Stearman. Now to play in front of the Laurel Highlands bench. Cole Radcliffe reloads. Into Elliott Bohr in traffic. And Bethel finding it again. A little battle here between Jackson and Perkins. And the ball sent out. And Cooper Kaczynski will take this throw in for Bethel Park. 28:45 left on a running clock here in the second half. Into the box here, Bethel Park trying to create. A nice job defensively there by Mason Cece trying to go the other way. All going out of play here on the near side. Aiden McClellan will take the throw in. McClellan on the near boundary. And the Mustangs, Elliott Bohr finding it again. It's been a tight one so far tonight. Bethel Park scored less than a minute in. Laurel Highlands got the equalizer from George, assist to Cole Radcliffe. And Ben Rabia putting Bethel Park up 2-1, looking to make it 3-1, and O'Neal comes out with a diving stop there for the Mustangs. O'Neal, aggressive play in goal, keeping this to a one-goal match. In traffic, Mahoney. Good low ball forward here. Cece on the run, but sent the other way by Gavin DeClaire. And then Scott Edwards headed back by Jonas Stearman. And the Mustangs try to go back the other way, but that one will hit the back fence and go out for a Bethel Park throw-in. Down to 27-10. Left here in the second half, still 2-1 Bethel Park over Laurel Highlands. See the clock right there in the background. Bethel with possession. A good little chip there from Lucas DeGia on the Laurel Highlands side. Looking there for Chase Hall. Again, the Mustangs with both Brody Baker and Jackson Nairn on the bench. Baker will be able to come back on at the next whistle after we eclipse another 10 seconds or so. And now some fans getting into it here in front of us. And here's Jackson Baker coming back for Laurel Highlands. And Baker got tripped up here by Gavin DeClaire. As things continue to get chippy, not only on the field, but here in the stands as well. Now Aiden McClellan will send it in to Julian Kuntz. You might want to get some security around here before this escalates in the stands. Thomas Offerman sending it off to Xavier Jackson. Jackson pulling up, center out in front. A little bit too far in front of Yusef Ben-Rabia, who's out there looking for his third ball. Never went out of play. Mahoney there on the Laurel Highlands side, trying to keep it in, but it was off of Mahoney and out it appears.
Why? Because I'm cheering for my team? What have I said? Let's go, Hawks! That offends you? Come on! Throw some! Let's go, Hawks!
And Bethel takes the throw-in from the far side. And back into the box, and a good little block down out in front there on the Laurel Highlands side. Cece again with the little clear back to center. Gavin DeClaire trying to play it forward there to Josh Panton. Now a little knockdown is Ben Antle. He called for the foul. Bethel going quickly. Again, deep there from Panton looking for the center. Broken up, and Elliott Bohr will send it out of play. Thomas Opperman into Aiden McClelland. Mack again to Pravis DeHall. Pressure there again by Jackson Baker. DeClaire trying to play it forward. DeGia will pick it up. We're down to 23-49. Left here in regulation, Bethel Park still a 2-1 lead over Laurel Highlands. Mahoney defending, getting a little help there from Cece on the clear back to center. Looking for DeGia. Hall steps up. And the Mustangs will have both Brody Baker and Jackson Nairn re-entering now, the ball going out of play. Both coming off of earlier yellow cards. We have Bethel Park throwing right to the Mustangs. Casey Mahoney worked the ball down the far boundary. Mahoney on, actually had his jersey grabbed from behind. Now he will get a foul called. Like flag football there for a moment. Mustangs take the free kick down the field there to Cole Radcliffe. That one played a little bit behind Josh Panton. Yager there on the Laurel Highlands side off of Panton and out. And Ben Ant will take the throw in, and we have a whistle. We're going to get something called here. The match stopped with 22-27 left in the second half. There's going to be a warning given here to some fans in the Bethel Park side. And Ben Antle will work it in. Now another quick whistle. We're going to get a push here in the back. And get called on the Mustangs. So you do have both Jackson Nairn and Brody Baker back in on the Laurel Highlands side. The Bethel Park keeper, Luke Rubicam, will take the free kick. He'll blast it forward. Mason knocking it down there for the Mustangs. Off on the far side, trying to break Cole Radcliffe. Goes out off of Bethel. Jackson Baker taking the quick throw in. Looking there for Cole Radcliffe. Goes back to center. Elliott Bohr finds it there again for the Mustangs. Travis DeHall stepping in. Mustangs trying to tie the match. Put it off the side of the goal on the breakdown there from Radcliffe. Again, Radcliffe, one of the leading scorers, not even for the Mustangs, but in the entire WPIAL. 18 goals coming into this match. Almost had 19 right there. The Mustangs down 2-1 and 21-13 left here in the second half. Brian Morozak along with Carl Childs. Appreciate you joining us here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Tuesday night high school soccer. Our next TV match will be here next Tuesday. Mustangs taking on Thomas Jefferson. TJ knocked off Laurel Highlands 3-0 in the opening match of the season back on August the 26th. That rematch should be a lot of fun here next Tuesday night. Aiden McClelland on the ball right now for Bethel. Off on the near wing to Josh Panton. Now check that. That's 27, Xavier Jackson. Jackson able to create, and Jackson Nairn picking it up there for the Mustangs. Laid back again to Ben Antle. Goes cross field on the far side. Might have been intended to Kalenzik. He'll eventually get it after a little help on the far side of the field. Run there, short-lived. Aiden McClellan trying to pick it back up. Back to Travis DeHall. Cooper Kaczynski. And then Jackson Nairn winning it back for the Mustangs. Nairn stepping up. Looking there for Cole Radcliffe. And pinballed around. Blackhawk player down. Stoppage. Is that going to be another yellow for Jackson Nairn? Yes. Second yellow for Nairn. That should be a red. And he is sent off. And the Mustangs will be a player short the rest of the way. So Nairn is done. Now they did make a rule change on the yellow cards 2 years ago, and I believe if you get two yellows, you don't play a player short now. And that was a high school only rule change. If it's a straight red, you play a player short. I believe if it's a double yellow, you can still play with 11, because I'm counting out there right now on the Laurel Highlands side. And they still have 11 out there. And that rule changed at the beginning of last season, which is kind of odd because in all other levels of soccer, the double yellow equals a red and you're a player short the rest of the way. We saw that in a game or two last year. And the officials talking it over, too. I don't believe they're 100% sure of it either. 19:40 left here in the second half. The Bethel Park Blackhawks still leading the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 2-1. Now the head match official coming over here to the near side. The match official issuing a warning here to a Bethel Park fan here on the near side, basically telling him if he has improper conduct one more time, he's going to be ejected. So a lot going on. It's still 2-1. Bethel Park leading Laurel Highlands. And there are still 11 Mustangs on the field. It will be a free kick for Bethel Park. But again, Nairn is definitely done after the double yellow. Coming here at the 1940 mark of the second half. So at least Laurel Highlands able to still play at full strength. But Bethel Park trying to capitalize on Nairn being gone the rest of the way. With Ben Rabia on the ball. Played back to Aiden McClelland. And now Travis DeHall. Got a reset here to Gavin DeClaire. And his lob intended there for Rowan Darr too far. And a Mustang throw-in. I will say for most of the soccer matches that we have done here over the years, we've had very few fan incidents. Everyone has behaved rather well for the most part until tonight. And here's Roman George looking for his second of the match for Laurel Highlands. George pulled down here at the top of the 18-yard box. We play on. Radcliffe kind of ran into Jason Corbel trying to get free. Mustangs keep possession. Elliott Bohr sending it off to Jackson Baker. Now Elliott again. A little pressure there on the Bethel Park side. And the Mustangs played back in Daniel O'Neill's direction. He'll lob it back towards center. And Ben Ansel finding it there off a deflection. Goes to Bethel though. Aiden McClelland. Sending it to the top of the box. Contact, no foul. Mustangs did appear to get all ball there. I'm looking for the play ahead forward there. DeGia's pass was a bit behind. He was trying to look at and send it forward there to Roman George. To Hall. Back to Cooper Kaczynski for Bethel Park. Nothing going on there. And Casey Mahoney able to clear for the Mustangs, trying to spring Roman George again. George on the ball with a little chip, trying to go high and over the head of Luke Rubican, but sent it too high over the goal and out. Goal kick upcoming here for Bethel Park. Mention our next soccer match here next Tuesday. Laurel Highlands battling Thomas Jefferson. Of course, we'll have high school football here on Friday. Laurel Highlands football team trying to bounce back after 2 straight losses. Enter 2-2 against Mount Pleasant. 7 o'clock opening kickoff. Will be on the air around 6 with the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Simulcast both here on South Union and WMBS. Ellis Stearman on the far side. Mustangs try to reverse it there. Stepping up is Kolensik. Sending it off on the far side. Jackson Baker. Looking for either Kolensik or DeGia. Never got in their direction. Bethel sends it out of play. Be a Mustang throw in with 16:20 left here in regulation time. Kolensik again. On a little chip back, crosser out in front. Ball comes loose, little turn and shoot. Oh, just missing was Roman George. Oh, so close. Great effort there from Roman. Net was empty, but he had to hurry and just sent it high and wide on the far side. This one's been entertaining tonight. Home team looking for the equalizer here in the final 15 and a half minutes. Mason trying to settle it down, but it's going to be Ellis Stearman coming back for Bethel Park. It's sent out of play, and Casey Mahoney will take the throw-in. Little open space. DeGia picking it up there for the Mustangs. DeGia on a good battle for Laurel Highlands. And work his way back. And Cole Radcliffe battling Julian Kuntz on the Bethel side. Elliott Bohr reversing it back on the near side. Back over to George. He's played a heck of a match here for Laurel Highlands tonight. Up the field for Cole Radcliffe. Cole battling Thomas Opperman. Opperman touched the ball, but he was over the near boundary line and out. Be a throw in here for Laurel Highlands. Cole Radcliffe will take it. Sister Jocelyn here today. She's playing soccer at Pitt Greensburg right now. And Cole will take the throw in into the box. May needs to touch it there on the Laurel Highlands side. They couldn't get a touch on the ball before it went back to Luke Rubican. Rubican will take a little time here as we go under 14 minutes left in the second half. Still 2-1 Bethel Park over Laurel Highlands. Youssef Ben-Rabia scored just 52 seconds into the match. Roman George got the equalizer 4 minutes and 25 seconds in, and then Ben-Rabia 13:25 into the match made it 2-1, and that was the last goal we had scored so far tonight. Bethel still trying to protect a 1-goal lead. Aiden McClelland down on the near side, back to Rowan Darr. Darr looking for the center. And a shot attempt there from Kuntz, blocked by Matt Kolensik. Allowing the Mustangs to pick it back up. Roman George looking again for Cole Radcliffe. The speedy Radcliffe down on the near side. Having it taken away there by Gavin DeClaire. Plays it back to center. And now Elliott Bohr knocking down Rowan Darr. No card shown, but a foul call there on the Mustangs and Bohr. Be a free kick here for Bethel Park with 12:45 left on a running clock here in the second half. Bethel sending it out. Ben Hansel taking the quick throw and into DeGia. Near side, a little heel back there from George. We had 4 new Bethel Park Blackhawks into the match. Also a change for Laurel Highlands as well, as Roman George will check out and Chase Hall back into the match. So 4 new legs, sets of legs for Bethel Park. We approach the 12-minute mark of the second half. DeHall sending it ahead to Jason Corbel. Over to Ben-Rabia into the box, looking there on the backside, trying to get there to Josh Panton. And Jackson Baker now battling Xavier Jackson. Jackson winning the ball, a little cross around in front, no one home. Ben Ansel looking for positioning, but kept alive deep in the corner. Josh Panton staying with it. Panton looking to center. Bohr breaking it up. Deflects back to Ben Ansel. Down on the near side to Chase Hall. And down the near line. And skied out of play by Bethel Park's Thomas Opperman. Mustangs take the throw in. Taken there by Ethan Perkins. Goes on the Bethel Park back line to Opperman. They'll send it back towards goal, or Luke Rubican is there. Rubican to the top of the box. A lob back towards center. Bethel finding it again with Ben-Rabia. A little give and go here with Panton. Josh Panton pushed down. Oh, by Ben Antle. I am shocked that was not called. And that would have been a penalty kick there for Bethel Park. Mustangs got lucky there. O'Neal will take the goal kick. Approaching the 10-minute mark of the second half. As Daniel, a little one-hopper in Kolensic's direction. Angles it off to Bohr. Reset on the back line to Jackson Baker back into the Bethel Park zone. Baker on the run here for the Mustangs. Works off between his left. Tries to stay with it between defenders. Finally slowed down by Aiden McClelland. Mustangs get it back at midfield again. Elliott Bohr stepping up. Bohr spinning back off to his left to Hall. Now Bohr again. Little poke there from the Blackhawks. Ansel searching for it. Sent out a play by Panton. Stays with the Mustangs, 9:21 to play. Ethan Perkins. Perkins. Is it poked back there by Bethel again. Mahoney gets a little reprieve. And in traffic there off a deflection. Bethel Park on a little lob back. Headed the other way by Perkins. And played on by Bethel Park again, but ruled offsides. 8:48 left here in the second half. Mustangs on the ball right now. Elliott Bohr down a goal, 8:20 to play. Bohr got knocked down. And Laurel Highlands will make a change here with 8:09 left in the second half. Ben Ansel will check out. And Cole Solarchik in for the first time in this match. As we go under 8 minutes. At center, Perkins trying to knock it down there for Laurel Highlands. Solarchik, some fresh legs. Has to get into it here with a little rundown from Josh Panton. And O'Neal trying to play it out. Sent low by Mason Cece down on the far side. Mustangs down a goal. Cole Radcliffe on it. Little center out in front. Was looking there for Roman George. Never got on Roman's foot. The Mustangs continue to buzz. Another ball played into the box. Headed out by Stearman. Near side George. Little crosser out in front. Goes through the box. Was that touched by Bethel going out? No, it was not. Or maybe it was. Officials are going to say this is a goal kick. It was not touched there by Bethel going out. That's what we thought as well from our direction. Final 7 minutes. Rubicam. Picked up there by Hall on the Laurel Highlands side. Near boundary, Solarchik. Looking there for Roman George. Back to Hall, and the lob back into the box. And Rubicam will just knock it down here for Bethel Park, and the Blackhawks don't mind taking a little time off the clock now. And a 6:18 left here in the second half. Bethel protecting a 1-goal lead over Laurel Highlands at 2-1. And Bethel Park came in today ranked number 3 in the WPIAL in Class 3A, according to the Triple I High School Sports Network. Been solid all year. Again, 4-1-1 overall, 4-0-1 in conference play coming in. Lost a non-conference game early on in the season against Peters Township. And the only other non-win, a draw against Thomas Jefferson back on August the 28th. They've been pretty dominant so far this season. Hampton and Moon, the only teams ranked above them in 3A. Mars at 4 and Thomas Jefferson number 5 right now. Franklin Regional at 6. 5:22 now left in the second half. Bethel Park the ball on a 1-goal lead over Laurel Highlands. Blast from DeHall, blocked there out in front. Bravis trying to get it back. A little pressure on the Mustangs side from Chase Hall. Trying to free it up to Elliott Bohr down the far side to Jackson Baker. Baker pulled down. A free kick for the Mustangs as we go under 5 minutes left in regulation. It's 2-1 at halftime. In fact, it's been 2-1 for about the last 60 minutes of this match. Played over an hour of game time without a goal. After 2 early goals from Yusef Ben Rabia, and pulled down here was Solarchik. We get a card shown here on the Bethel side. It looks like we will. That'll be a send-off for the rest of regulation for Brady McCarthy, who was actually one of the reserves that just checked in recently for Bethel Park. And McCarthy hasn't even seen much match action. Picks up a yellow card with 4:23 left here in the second half. So the only way he'd be able to re-enter the match is if Laurel Highlands gets an equalizer here in the final 5 minutes and we go into overtime. Cole Radcliffe will take this free kick for the Mustangs. This will be from 39 yards from goal here in the Bethel Park zone. Radcliffe on the angle down on the far side, went off the head of Jackson Baker and out of play. Be a goal kick here for Luke Rubican in Bethel Park. And again, Bethel will try to waste a little time here if they can on some of these plays late, but they did stop the clock there. And the officials sorting things out. Not sure why we had the clock stopped. You do get them for the substitutions late, but not for balls that are sent out of play. But we'll wind it here again. We approach the 4-minute mark of the second half. Jackson Baker trying to break down the far side and get around Cooper Kaczynski. But the ball ruled off of Laurel Highlands, going out to be a Bethel Park throw-in. 3:53 left here in the second half. And the Mustangs down one, a little misplay there from Mahoney. Look out, a break here for the Blackhawks. Coming back, Solarchik stepping in. Ball still loose in the box. O'Neal is down, and a great play defensively to knock it away. I think that was Solarchik. It came back. It was Cole Solarchik coming back and getting behind O'Neal to make the save, and now Laurel Highlands on the counterattack. Ball played down to Cole Radcliffe. Cole sending it off to his left to Jackson Baker. Baker goes down. No whistle. We play on. Cole back on it out of the corner, trying to slice his way between defenders. And Bethel looking for the clear back towards center. Mason Cece keeping it alive. Hall the little lob down, knocked out of the box. Are we going to get a penalty? We're going to get a penalty here with 3:01 to play. How about that? The Mustangs working it inside the 18-yard box. Now an opportunity to tie it. 12 yards from goal. Here with a penalty kick. With 3:01 left on the clock. What excitement late. It will be Cole Radcliffe, who has 18 goals so far this season for the Mustangs. Had a 9-goal game against McKeesport last week. He will take the penalty kick here for the Mustangs against Luke Rubican for Bethel Park. So Radcliffe putting it down 12 yards from goal. Rubican has to have his heels on that back line. Radcliffe looking to tie things up on the run-up. And Rubican with the save off the rebound, just sent wide by Ethan Perkins. The Mustangs oh so close. Rubicon stifling Radcliffe. And then the Mustangs sending the rebound wide. We're going to have a late foul here. Oh, they're going to say the penalty is going to be taken again. Not sure what occurred. And they're going to reset the clock to 3:11. So not sure what transpired. But we're going to get the penalty here again from Radcliffe. Unless Rubicon moved early off that back line. Now Radcliffe. Can he capitalize on opportunity number 2? And he can. He roofed it. Radcliffe wasn't sure initially, but he sent that one over the left shoulder of Rubicon into the back of the net to tie the match at 2. Cole Radcliffe is 19th of the season. Coming here in the penalty kick with 3:11 left. This match now tied at 2. And we might have a little bonus soccer tonight. So Radcliffe getting the reprieve on the penalty and taking advantage. When first time low left, when second time high right. And going high right, he's able to beat Rubicon to tie things at 2. I think there's a lot of hesitation on that second attempt from everybody. They weren't sure if it was in or not. But Radcliffe tying things up at 2. Now we'll get a quick foul call there on the Bethel Park side. Mustangs trying to go quickly. Surprised they didn't play the advantage there because Laurel Highlands had a clear scoring opportunity. Just let that one go. 2:41 left here in the second half. Roman George taking this one on a line drive, sending it over goal. And out. Now Rubicon will take the goal kick.
Mustang goal. Number 8. Cole Radcliffe.
Again for Cole Radcliffe, that was his 19th goal this season. And this is the 8th match the Mustangs have played. Jackson Baker battling here for Laurel Highlands. That one sent out a play by Pravis DeHall. Mustangs reload quickly under 2 minutes now left in regulation. And if we go to overtime, it's played as a golden goal. You don't play the full overtime time like in many other levels of soccer. Would be sudden death. 1:38 to play. Hall finds it there for Laurel Highlands. Chip ahead looking for Radcliffe again. Deflected back by Offerman on the Bethel Park side. Up to Ellis Stearman. Lost the handle out of play here on the near side, but deflected out by the Mustangs. So Aiden McClellan will take the throw in with 1:22 to play. McClellan trying to stay with it. Knocked away by Hall onto the feet there of Roman George. Again, looking for Radcliffe. Blasted back the other way by Offerman, but knocked down by Laurel Highlands with 1:03 to play. Jackson Baker stepping up. Touch from Bohr, back to Hall again. And now Jackson, another opportunity. It'll play there into the box. It'll go to Roman George. George, who scored the first goal of the match for the Mustangs, put it on goal. Rubicon appeared to initially give up the rebound, then was able to regain before Matt Kolensik was able to get an opportunity there off the rebound. Solarchik, who has played fantastic for the Mustangs here late. Looking there for Roman George, went a bit too far. Back to Rubicon with 23 seconds left. And we'll have 2 10-minute overtime sessions. The match will remain tied. It will be declared a draw. And Bethel Park already played Thomas Jefferson to a draw earlier on this season. You only go to penalty kicks when you get into the playoffs. There's Bohr on the far side, got fouled as time expires. So we'll have Some overtime soccer tonight for Mustang Field. Tied at 2. Laurel Highlands and Bethel Park. Back with the extra session right after this here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township. Best wishes for a great season from Jason Scott, who would appreciate your vote for Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the candidate.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Hello, this is Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm today for your free consultation. Remember, the insurance companies are not on your side. We will personally come out and meet with you. Call us at 724-437-2799. We have helped people like you recover millions of dollars. You will not pay anything until we win your case. We will fight for you.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown is a proud supporter of youth sports. Smith Lewis Chess was established in November of 1988 with offices in Uniontown and Indiana, PA. Their firm was established with professionals capable of providing a diversified range of services with a commitment to quality control and at the same time providing opportunities for their employees to experience interesting and rewarding careers. Contact Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown today. They are located at 670 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Phone 724-438-7088. That's 724-438-7088 for Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown. We'll have 10 minutes on the clock here for the first overtime. They'll play up to 2 10-minute overtime sessions. Again, if the match remains tied after the 2 10-minute sessions, it will be declared a draw. But if we get a goal on either side first, basically playing sudden death. And the Mustangs a year ago won a very odd overtime game. We went into a lightning delay here against Thomas Jefferson in the overtime session. They could not make up the match that night and played the rest of the overtime down at TJ, and the Mustangs won that game. And Bethel and Thomas Jefferson played an overtime game earlier on this year that went the full 20 of the overtime session, ended up a 1-1 draw back on August 28th. And the Mustangs without Jackson Nairn. He picked up a double yellow. And again, if you're just joining us, this is a rule change that went into effect to start last year for high school soccer only. The double yellow does not make you a player short. A straight red would. So the Mustangs still with 11 players on the field. But Nairn is not able to return the rest of the way. And that is a very odd high school only rule. You don't see that in any other level of soccer. But it is the rule here for high school soccer in the state of Pennsylvania. Now we're awaiting the go-ahead here to start the first overtime. Jason Corbel will get things started. Had a little extended delay here between the regulation and the overtime, and now Corbel able to get things going. Bethel Park working left to right as we describe it here in the first overtime. Corbel trying to run ahead. Not much going on there. Ella Stearman a touch. And Stearman will try to work it up on that front line again. 21, Yusuf Ben-Rabia, the player to watch on the Bethel Park side. He scored both of their goals early on. It's been the early difference. Cole Radcliffe and Roman George goals for the Mustangs as Radcliffe sends a little one-hopper there to Luke Rubican, who's able to make the save on the Bethel Park set. 9:23 left here in the first overtime. The Mustangs and the Bethel Park Blackhawks tied at 2. Look out here, Xavier Jackson. Jackson into the box. Jackson staying with it. And O'Neal with a diving stop there for Laurel Highlands. And Jackson almost had him dead to rights. It'll be a goal kick here for Laurel Highlands. First half was rather clean. The second half chippy, not only on the field but in the stands as well. Had some fans between Bethel Park and Laurel Highlands kind of getting into it. One of the Bethel Park fans issued a warning from the head referee as well. Shot on goal. O'Neal, another diving save there off the shot from Xavier Jackson. What a stop there from O'Neal. Bethel getting the better of the ball here in the overtime session as Jackson getting his head on it there again. Angled wide here on the near side. Mustangs pick it up. Roman George looking in Cole Radcliffe's direction. Off a deflection. Found again by Travis DeHall. And now getting physical there between Radcliffe and Josh Patton as Radcliffe looks for Roman George again. Sent out of play by Aiden McClellan. Will be a Laurel Highlands throw-in down to 7:44 left here in the first overtime. Roman George looking for Radcliffe, played back by Hall. A little chip ahead from Roman George, back on goal. And Rubican able to corral it there again for Bethel Park. Off the head there of Casey Mahoney. Settled down by Hall. Touch from Kolensik. Pinball it off of Lucas DeGia. Touch from Solarchik. A little triangle there for Laurel Highlands. And picked up by Xavier Jackson again. And look out here, Jackson on the run. Jackson to give Bethel Park the win. Went off the crossbar. Ball comes loose. O'Neal might have got a piece of it. And Jackson came about a half-inch away from ending the match. O'Neal deflected it just enough to keep it out of the back of the net. And Bethel certainly getting the better of the scoring opportunities here in the opening 3.5 minutes of the first overtime. We're going to get a Bethel Park sub. It looks like Josh Panton's going to exit. Panton's played a nice match off the Bethel bench tonight. And you'll have Julian Kuntz checking in on the Bethel Park side. It's off the throw-in. Laurel getting the first touch. Played back to Aiden McClellan. Pressure there by Solarchik. Ball comes free, and the Mustangs play it back to Rubican in goal. Boy, Solarchik giving the Mustangs some great minutes here defensively. Never saw the field until the final 10 minutes of the second half. Saved a potential Bethel Park goal behind O'Neal as the last man back. And it's had a couple of big plays as well here, just giving the Mustangs some counterattack opportunities. They're trying to do it there again with a little poke out. Things have settled down a bit midway through this first overtime. 5:05 left here in the first extra session. Bethel Park and Laurel Highlands still tied at 2, but a loose ball coming down to Julian Kuntz on the near side just kind of ran out of field. Last touch by Bethel going out. We'll get a Mustang change now. I think we get Solarchik. No, check that. Yeah, it will be Solarchik coming out. Ben Ansel coming in. We mentioned this is the first home match we've seen Ansel playing without a cast on his arm that he had to start the fall soccer season. Hall here in traffic. Back to Ansel. Deflected on a play off of Bethel going out. Julian Kuntz the last to touch it. Header there from Aiden McClellan. Set up Xavier Jackson. Back to Julian Kuntz. He'll lob it to the top of the 18-yard box. Bethel going for the win. Low shot, O'Neal with the save. So Bethel another fantastic scoring opportunity here in the first overtime session. That was Ben Rabia looking for the hat trick. 3:42 left here in the first overtime. Ben Rabia setting it off on the far wing. There's another blast going right on goal, and O'Neal making another save. And Daniel rolling that one back out to Lucas DeGia. DeGia down the near side to Roman George. George will chip into the box. Wasn't on the same page as Cole Radcliffe. And Rubicon will dribble it out to the top of the box. Some of the saves O'Neal has made here today would be great for a little highlight reel to send out to some colleges. He's done a fantastic job in goal against the number 3 team in the WPIAL in Bethel Park. And the 2 he gave up early on was really hung out on the play. It was hard to really fault him on the 2 Youssef and Rabia goals so far, and Bethel looking for another opportunity, and O'Neal getting a piece of this one. Hit off the post, but the rebound is going to give Bethel Park the win. That one put home by Xavier Jackson. That will silence the Laurel Highlands crowd as Bethel Park at the 2:27 mark of the first overtime. Xavier Jackson off the rebound will put Bethel back on the bus with a 3-2 win over Laurel Highlands.
In overtime, it's a final. Laurel Highlands 2, Bethel Park 3.
Well played game on both sides, and again, the Mustangs showing they can play with anyone. But Xavier Jackson, the game-winning goal for Bethel Park tonight. 2 goals from Youssef Ben Rabia, Roman George, and Cole Radcliffe getting goals for the Mustangs. But it's Bethel Park on the game-winning goal from Xavier Jackson going home with a 3-2 win over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Bethel Park improves to 5-1-1 overall and 5-0-1 in conference play. The loss drops the Mustangs to 5-3 overall and 3-3 in the conference. Up next for Laurel Highlands, they'll travel to Albert Gallatin on Thursday to take on the Colonials. Our next TV game will come your way next Tuesday when the Mustangs battle Thomas Jefferson. This broadcast, a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, along with Armstrong and Breezeline Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. For Carl Childs, I'm Brian Morozak. Again, your final score, Bethel Park 3 and Laurel Highlands 2, the final in overtime. So long, everybody, from Mustang Field.